welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Kyle from Tenacious D. I'm Ed Fenster from Rochester.
And our special guest today is...
I'm Dan LIlker from a bunch of bands and residing in Rochester.
And this is our Rochester special Bar Mitzvah edition. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Now, as co-founder of Anthrax, I was wondering if you've kept up with what the band's been doing over the years. If you keep I'm just going to leave it halfway. I'm going to confuse you.
Oh. I thought it was going to be the obligatory keep in touch with them here and there.
No. Actually, no. It's how you stay on top of all. Like, if you keep listening to all the stuff that they're doing.
I haven't listened to it all. I haven't got out of my way to listen to it, but once in a while in the morning, if I'm having my morning coffee, I might go on Blabbermouth and there'll be something about them randomly or something. However, ironically, what the hell is that? Ironically, next Friday, I'm not sure when this is going to air, but on Friday, which I believe would be June 15th, Brutal Truth and Anthrax are both playing the same festival in Copenhagen, Denmark. So I will get to catch up with those guys then and see them, have a beer, stuff like that.
It's funny you say about Blabbermouth, because I wonder sometimes, does Scott Ian sometimes seem like he's a media whore, like he just loves being in the news, or I'm imagining things?
Well, the best diplomatic answer would be probably,
yeah.
If you're not in the news, you're not in the forefront.
Right.
Nobody's thinking about you. So,
but as far as what you have listened to, what would you say your favorite and least favorite period of Anthrax would be?
Favorite and least? Or
yeah, a little bit of both.
I haven't listened to enough of their stuff in the last 15 or 20 years to... I suppose just instinctively, the favorite stuff... It's going to sound funny if I say the stuff I was on. That'll just sound conceited, but we'll just say the earlier stuff. The earlier stuff, and probably the least favorite is when they were just getting too grungy or something in the early 90s.
Well, I like the best period of Metal Rules TV is the part that I'm on, so well, I'm not afraid to say it.
Are you on this one?
I'm going to be on this one, I think. Now, you were at Thrash of the Titans. You didn't play at Thrash of the Titans, but you were there. I saw you there. We chatted a little bit. The Thrash of the Titans concert. You know what I'm talking about? San Francisco, Chuck Berry benefit.
Played there at SOD.
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? You did play there, but you didn't play with Anthrax. We had this conversation before.
Right.
Right, that's what I meant. But how much do you think that's impacted today? I mean, like, Thrash of the Titans seems like it brought back a lot of bands. Do you feel that that's true?
That might have had something to do with it. I think, like a lot of bands, what they do is they'll do what they did in the late 80s, early 90s, and then, like, they break up, and then what happens is, and it's happened in bands I've been in, that once you're done, all of a sudden, like, your stature gains, and, like, years later, if the band does it again, they all of a sudden get a lot of attention because they've built up all this loyalty amongst fans and stuff. So I think sometimes there will be an impetus like that, like a show where people are like, this is fun, we should do this more often. Sometimes it's just like what I was saying, and sometimes it's because there's newer bands that are bringing back that genre, like Municipal Waste, which does a great thrash metal crossover, and they would say in interviews, we're influenced by Nuclear Assault and DRI and stuff like that, and their 20-year-old fans go, who? And
yeah,
so that helps too.
That's actually bring me to a similar subject. Is do you think there's any bands out there that haven't reformed yet that probably should? Would you, or bands that you'd like to see reform?
Nah, not really.
No?
Nah.
They've all done it already?
Yeah, or if they've come back kind of like half-assed with like a key member or two missing, and then it's not the same or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, I really can't think of anybody. I'll think of somebody as soon as the question's done, but...
We'll come back to it if you want.
Okay.
We'll keep it on. We'll keep a tab on it.
All right.
Back.
That always happens.
Yeah.
Never remember what it is I'm thinking about until like 20 minutes later. Bing! The light goes on.
It's too late.
It's because all three of us are past 40, and we're starting to remember less too. I think.
Yeah, it's a relief that it's that, because I thought it was just the lead.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help very much either.
Right.
Now, as you get older, at least for my case, and I think it seems like for your case too, do you find yourself getting into heavier and heavier music? Because your bands even seem to be getting heavier as you go along.
Well, I've I've just always kind of like been chasing something. I mean, I've found it. I don't have to chase it anymore. As far as like, I was always looking for like really intense music to play and listen to, and you know, you really can't get much faster than Brutal Truth and everything. But yeah, I guess like other people supposedly mellow with age, and I've found that I haven't done that at all, and still just my musical tastes are as extreme as they have been. And as you get older, you get more cynical too, and that helps your musical choices, at least I think.
Sort of like Christopher Lee. The guy's almost 90 years old. He's putting out his second heavy metal magazine, or heavy metal album. Let's see, tough for me to spit out.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lee, you know, what was he in?
Dracula?
No, in Lord of the Rings. He was like one of the evil, powerful wizards with a long white hair. No idea what I'm talking about.
No, I've never seen Lord
He
of
was
the Rings.
also in Star Wars, too.
That I remember.
Anyway, heavy metal at 90. That could be you.
Never know.
You hope it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Now, speaking of being old, too, is it comfortable here being surrounded by old Jews?
Well, yeah, I mean, I grew up in Queens, you know, I had a bar mitzvah and everything. I mean, I haven't really acknowledged or pursued anything with my Jewish heritage because I've been an atheist since day one. But, no, it almost reminds me of like going to a Seder when I was a kid or something.
Yes, this is as close as you're going to get. Speaking of that bar mitzvahs, can you tell me your best bar mitzvah story?
Oh, me and my friends smoked weed in the bushes before the reception.
Yours or not somebody else's?
Mine. I don't have to remember these fucking prayers anymore, so let's just go get high and then go in. Yeah, that was a good story.
Now, going back to your youth, when was your first kiss?
Oh, I guess it would have been in like 7th grade or something like that. I hardly remember who the hell it was. That was like 35 years ago.
Yeah. What about your first booby? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you like your first man booby right now? Here's your moment.
not on film.
Didn't work out this morning. So.
Yeah, they're not tight. What's the best pickup line you've ever used on a girl?
It would just be a sarcastic one, like if you see a chick at every metal show that you go to, then you just go, "So, do you come here often?" But just sarcasm. I've always been kind of underconfident, so it's a good thing I played in a band.
Do you think that's what helped build up your confidence, though? Do you feel more confident when you go on stage in front of 4,000 people than you are right now, with just like the three of us?
I don't feel less confident in front of 4,000 people. I've never had any kind of issues or hang-ups with playing in front of thousands and thousands of people. I don't go, "Holy shit, look at all those people, I'm gonna fuck." No, I mean,
You never got to like pick out a girl and tell a roadie get her?
I've been married for 10 years, so I'm not going to go into events of my past.
Yeah.
Good enough. Sounds like
Yeah.
a Gene Simmons thing.
Right. What can neither confirm nor deny I've participated in any such activity.
Speaking of married life, how would you say that married life has changed you?
Well, it's made me a little more stable. Not that I was like unstable or all fucked up on drugs or anything back in the day, but no, just having an anchor. She's a great anchor. She's really down to earth and beautiful and kind and intelligent, and it just when you're out playing crazy music in Japan and playing grindcore, it gives you that stability to come home to something. That's comforting.
Does she give you hand
What?
massages? Like after a long day of...
No,
that
she
was
doesn't.
intentional. Yeah.
That was interesting.
Of course she does. She's your wife.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
It does seem to cut off a little bit after you get married. I mean, not that I would know. And not that my wife is standing right there. Do you see any future for kids in the future, or any possibility of that?
Personally, no. We didn't want children, so
No?
no. We have cats.
Who, a lot of people consider them their children.
I know I'm not going to be one of those people who's going to be unrealistic and go, "It's just like having kids because I don't have to wipe their asses."
Yeah.
No, you just have to shovel
Not
her
up
shit
at 4 in
every
the
day.
morning. Yeah. So I'm not going to try to equate it like some people do.
Well-
they're self-sufficient, and that's great.
Right, but I don't know about you, but it's really nice to say take out the garbage, do this, do that, and you can sort of sit and relax for a little bit.
Yeah, would you like to have a bunch of little slaves around your house to help you?
Summer camp at Danny LIlker's house.
Mow
the lawn.
Who is your biggest frenemy at the moment?
That's one of those terms where somebody's your friend and your enemy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard to relate to. I don't want to spoil the interview by being lame, but I can't think of a good
You want to
answer.
come back to it?
If I have to come back to everything, then we might as well finish now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't interact with people. I interact with people as little as I can, so I avoid the concept of frenemies.
Okay.
I'm honored.
When did you first learn how to swim?
That would have been Robin Hood's summer camp in Long Island, New York, when I was like 7 or 8. How old are you when you start doing that stuff?
Yeah. Did you go to a summer camp? A Jewish summer camp? Was it? Or
No,
was
it wasn't.
neighborhood?
No, it wasn't Jewish. It was just a summer camp, but it was Long Island, so it was just full of Jews anyway.
Yeah. Was it overnight or day camp?
No, it was a day camp, and they brought you on the bus and you came home.
Okay. What are your hair care secrets?
I don't have any.
No?
No.
You still have beautiful locks after all these years.
Well, thank you. It's
Yeah.
just it's natural. I just do what everybody else does and wash it, condition it every once in a while.
Sure you're a Jew? I don't know. I mean...
Yeah.
Of course,
we're not looking too good these days.
It is sort of Jew-fro-ish, though, but...
If it was
Definitely
shorter, it would
better
definitely have that.
yeah.
How often does being tall cause you to bump your head?
Very little, because it's kind of like a built-in proximity radar thing. You're just used to it, and you always have to look out for that stuff. And people go, "Watch your head." I'm like, "Dude, I always watch my head." Yeah,
But
so
it's yours.
less than
how
you
to
might
watch.
think. Yeah.
Okay, with that, we need to to take a break.
Okay.
Wait,
Would you take a quick break?
Wolfie or... what's his name? Yeah, Michael Anthony. Quick.
Michael Anthony.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks. Just wanted to know.